The Isle of Wight is a lovely destination. It's a little bit like England in miniature. It's a fairly small island, maybe 140,000 people live on the island, but it's a very beautiful and a very relaxing place to go for a holiday. It's a great place to take young children for a vacation, very safe, lots to see, lots to do, good food, beautiful coastline and the best weather in England. The route has been there for nearly 200 years. And we're very lucky that we operate from the historic port of Portsmouth, which has a huge wealth of maritime history, and we operate to the Isle of Wight, which is a beautiful island just off the coast of England.
In the 1800s, Queen Victoria had a holiday residence built there, Osborne House, which is a very popular tourist attraction nowadays, and gave the name to this ship. That's why the ship is called Victoria of Wight.
Victoria of Wight is the latest ship of those we built for countries like Norway, Denmark, Iceland, France and England at Cemre Shipyard. It is the second passenger ferry we have built since the one we have delivered to Norway. We learned a lot from the ferry we delivered to Norway, but this one, Victoria of Wight, taught us much more. We identify all of them as double-ended ferries. But there are many possible features such as passenger and vehicle capacities, passenger cabins, dispatch and maneuver systems and classification and flag rules. Our ship has all of these. When you think about passenger ferries, the first thing that comes to mind is comfort. Since these kinds of ships host a lot of visitors, our client's first objective is always to ensure that the passengers are overwhelmed by the ship and feel themselves comfortable and safe.
The ferry journey to the Isle of Wight is a very important part of people's holiday. They can go all over England without travelling on a ferry, but if they go to the island, the first part of their holiday starts in Portsmouth as they're waiting for the ferry. And when they come on board a vessel like this, they're going to say, wow, this is fantastic. It's a great start to the holiday, and it starts and finishes the holiday for people. And it gives the island a sense of being different rather than going anywhere else on the mainland.
The ship has a capacity of 178 vehicles and can host 1,200 passengers from a wide age scale. When there is a wide age scale, expectations vary for everyone. Some passengers would like to use the open decks and travel home without any interference. On the other hand, children want to play and watch cartoons. This ship has a playground created for their needs. There are childcare units for parents and babies, animal care units for passengers who would like to travel with their pets. They can eat and drink at the modern, stylish cafes, restaurants and other indoor areas during their trip. The innovative lighting scheme, which changes episodically during the trip, aims to give the passengers a feeling of spaciousness. These details distinguish the ship in many ways. Upon our client's request, we made deep research for synthetic teak flooring, which is usually preferred for yachts and applied on open decks. And the results of this new know-how has been very satisfying for our clients and also for us. In addition to this, we always try to choose lighter materials for high-standard products so as to reduce the weight. To decrease total weight of the vessel, aluminium has been preferred for the construction of the superstructures, and many more examples of light material usage can be observed throughout the insulation and decoration processes. This ship is entirely unique among its kind. She is specifically designed and built according to the conditions of the ports and routes where she will operate. In addition to this, she draws attention with her 90 meters length and 7 decks height. She requires maneuver capabilities rather than speed. For this reason, Voigt-Schneider propellers, which have high maneuver capability, have been implemented on this ferry. With this characteristic feature, she can rotate through 360 degrees.
The route of the ferry from Portsmouth to Fishbourne is not a simple straight line. It's quite a complicated exit from Portsmouth with a number of turns to come out of the harbour. Portsmouth is a very busy port as well with the Royal Naval ships. There are other cross-channel ferries, local ferries and a lot of leisure craft. So the vessel has to be very, very manoeuvrable. And that's one of the reasons why we have 4 Voigt-Schneider propellers, because they can produce thrust in any of the 360 degrees.
From an operational point of view, it's a larger vessel. We can carry 178 cars on her. We'll be able to load them very quickly and get passengers off equally quickly. And one of the key things our customers are looking for is punctuality. They don't want to be late going on the holiday, and this vessel will allow us to deliver great timekeeping.
This ship has 2 car decks. With the renovations our clients have completed at the ports, both of the decks can be filled and discharged simultaneously. This will reduce the time of the process from 26 minutes to 12 minutes.
This vessel has a diesel-electric battery hybrid power system, so it's very green, will use less fuel and is very quiet. That's important not only for our customers but also for our neighbours. They live very close to our terminals and we operate in a very beautiful part of the country, and it's important that we respect that and protect that environment. This vessel will allow us to do that.
This ship has 4 diesel engines and electric batteries connected to the hybrid system. Diesel engines charge the batteries while operating. The ship uses this battery power while passing through settlements and docking. By this means, fuel efficiency, low emission and silent running is achieved. Also, both air and noise pollution are prevented.
The project started when the company was sold in 2015, and the new purchasers took over the company on the understanding that they would make a huge investment of £48 million, including building a new vessel for the Portsmouth-Fishbourne route.
We actually came down to a short list of 3 yards, shipyards. 2 of them were in Turkey and 1 was in Spain. And it was quite clear when we got deep into the contract that only Turkey was going to be able to deliver the combination of price, quality and delivery time that we were looking for.
This project's design and building process proceeded for 2 years. But as Business Development Department, we started to work on this project from the beginning of 2015. We created alternative versions, offered solutions for our clients during pre-contract period. After a long examination, our client decided on this concept, so we signed a contract and started working. Even though there were stressful moments from time to time, we remember all of them with a smile on our faces now. As Quality Control Department, we are obligated to design and build ships according to national and global regulations. We apply compliance inspections for every material, equipment and operation through every stage of the building process. In this context, preparation of technical documentation, application and approval process by related organisations are our responsibilities. This ship is classed by British Class Authority Lloyd's Register and has passenger ship notation. She has the UK flag and has particular necessities that we have to consider throughout the process. Even though we have confronted tough situations from time to time, we took on these challenges and we believe that we have gained a significant experience. It's a very great honour and pleasure for us to deliver this ship on requested time and meeting expected standards with the efforts of 150 engineers, 1,500 staff in total. When you start a project at this level, you only see tons of steel at the beginning. Time and effort, that steel transforms into a ship at the end. Being a part of this process and seeing the result gives us an indefinable joy. There is an ultimate goal and people work for it for years. It is also a great experience and learning opportunity. When you see a ship you built sailing on the open seas, it indicates the seriousness of every decision made during the process. And finally, when you see the logo of Cemre Shipyard in different countries, everything becomes more meaningful.
We've had a great time here. We've been working very closely with the whole team at Cemre for nearly 3 years, from the very early stages when we went to tender, through to contract negotiation, and then building the vessel. It's great to get towards the end of the journey because this is what we're here for. The ship looks fantastic, but we will be leaving with a little bit of sadness in our heart because we've had a great time here. We've enjoyed working with everybody.
Açıkçası bugün
From welders
tersanemizde
to engineers, from accountants to medical staff, we feel the proper pride of this delivery as a team.
proje tesliminde haklı bir gurur yaşadığını düşünüyorum. Bu da onların en büyük hakkı.